Pick TV Network. I'm coming to my house and I see this box here. Box is on my porch. Let me check it out and see what's going on. So I got this box. So let's see. It's from me. It's to me, which is good. That's one thing. Well, I like the COVID-19. I like to open my books out, open my gifts outside. Let me take it in my garage and see what is this box coming to my house. Let me see something. So let's go here and see what this is. UPS, yep, that's me. Just open this thing up. The box came in the mail to me in New York, so just open this thing up. See what's here. Box in the mail. Yes. Box here. Open this up. Wow, look like a picture of my mom. Wow. Let's see. I know this is from New York Pat. All the way UPS. This is beautiful mug. So let's use this again. This is a picture mug, and that picture, it's my mom. It's my mom, who I love so much, who passed away 1997. Thank you, Pat. Wow. Everyone wants to be remembered. Wow, this is beautiful. This is beautiful. I'm so happy. My mom's mug, wow, this is beautiful. You know, I can look up there and know my mom is smiling. You know, I want to thank you, Pat. Thank you, Pat, for shipping this to my home. Picture my mom on this mug, Mother Evans. She's the greatest woman on earth to me. When she passed away in 1997, I had the honor of speaking at her funeral, preaching her funeral, giving the final solution message. You know, my brother Kenny, Junior, Darlene, Esther, Edie, Elaine, all proud of this beautiful, beautiful, beautiful mom. I know those who are watching right now, this is beautiful. I want to thank Pat for shipping this to my home. Thank you, Pat, for shipping this from New York to my home. And I'm just so happy. Wow.
We've all been hurt at some point, even abandoned. Many of us have done the hurting ourselves. We get to the point where we don't trust anyone, nor do we feel worthy of being loved by anyone. Then there's that one person who just doesn't give up on loving you. Their love is unconditional. Their love stays long enough for you to heal. And then they promise to never leave. That's love you can count on. God's love.
Hey everybody, this is Dr. David Evans. Thank you for tuning in again to the PIC TV Network news segment, a special segment we have from Washington, D.C. And we're beaming it all the way from down south to New Orleans and all the way to New York. And we're also happy for just all of you who are watching with us from Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, and the PIC TV Network audience. There are people around the world watching from Nicaragua, Canada, Peru, Costa Rica. Thank you. Germany. Dennis is watching. Thank you, Germany. Bert from Canada. Allison from Canada. So many people around the world watching the PIC TV Network. Mexico, Guatemala, all over. Thank you again for watching the PIC TV Network. We're excited for all of you who are on. We're going to go into a special segment today. We talked about last week on our special segment about America's emergency crisis. This week, we're going to go back into America's emergency crisis again. We're going to talk about this is a crisis in our world today, and we have to be praying for our brothers and sisters in Haiti. We're praying for those who've been impacted by the hurricane, all the families around the world been affected by the hurricane. But there's something going on in our world. In the PIC TV Network, we are a network that tells it like it is. We tell the story from ordinary people like Linda and Patty from New York. We tell the story. And I live in Washington, D.C., the most powerful city on earth. That's right behind me. You see right here. The monument, the Capitol, the White House, all the big buildings that affects the whole world. This is where I'm at in Washington, D.C. Pat, I want to bring you in before I bring Linda up. Pat, we talked about last week about why it's still important for us to wear our masks. I know a lot of people are comfortable thinking that COVID is under control or Delta is under control. But there's still some safety things that we have to do to protect ourselves, Patty. Washing our hands, wearing our masks, still practicing safety distances. I still don't feel comfortable in the crowd right now, Patty. Come on and talk to us for a second.
Well, I still think the number one, and again, this is controversial, and I know there's people that can't for medical reasons, but vaccines. I am getting information right from the front lines of the hospitals. I have great friends and family that work in hospitals, and they are saying that this variant is harsher and stronger than the original COVID-19. It's killing quicker. It's harder to recover from. Now, the people that are dying are the people that were not vaccinated. Yes, if you were vaccinated, you can get it. And you know, you still have to wash your hands, put a mask on, do the social distance. But if you get a vaccine, you may save your life. So it's still encouraged to get those vaccines. I really think that's going to make a big difference. But yeah, it's a serious thing, and it's scary because, you know, now school is opening, and again, it's like mayhem. Some schools are making kids wear masks, other schools are doing it optional. It's kind of like you know, a circus. And let's see what happens. You know, I'm just praying for the best.
Yeah, I want to bring Linda in. Linda with us today. Linda, You know, there's a lot of people who are not taking this serious to the point where I go to some places, even in the DMV, DC, Maryland, Virginia, people still not wearing their masks. Me and my wife was at a restaurant the other day, and the waiter was out waiting on us without a mask. She said, "You're supposed to put the mask on, sir." He said, "Oh, okay, okay." Somebody came to my home today, and he was a repair person. He didn't have a mask. And my wife was like, "Where's your mask, sir?" He didn't have one. And I keep a box already, always keep a box with me. In my car, everywhere. I take a whole case with me. Linda, when people have surgeries, the doctors in surgery rooms, before they do anything, they put their mask on. It's a reason why that. It's a reason why before they do the surgeries, they put the mask on. Talk to us why you felt it was important to get the shot, Linda. Unmute your microphone.
I felt it was important for me because I had some underlying health conditions that put me at risk for the virus. That was first and foremost. But then I wanted to protect myself, and I wanted to protect my family, and I wanted to protect the people that I'm around. The type of work I do, I'm always in a social setting, or prior to the COVID era. And so I did it because I wanted to be safe. Now, I know that nothing is 100% guaranteed, but my reasoning was this. I had seen what COVID could do because I lost a number of family members down in New Orleans to that disease, and I lost a number of friends, high school friends, that disease. So I saw what COVID could do. I wanted to see what the vaccine could do, and so that's my position, and I stand on it 10 toes down. Get the vaccine, get it. I'm waiting on them to get one so my grandson, he's 6 years old, so that he can get it. He was in summer camp. One of his counselors did not have the vaccine, and all the children were exposed. And so my grandson at 6 years old was in quarantine because somebody said they didn't want to be vaccinated.
Yeah, living in Washington, D.C., Maryland, and Virginia, people come here from all over the world. Dulles Airport, Pakistan, and other things are going on in D.C. all the time. It's very important for us to realize that we have to do something to take care of each other. And if a mask can help save a life, I'm gonna put it on.
Yes.
Before you go to different countries, if I'm in DC, if I go to Africa or another country, I have to get shots before I go there. I'm not advocating anybody or criticizing anybody about the shots. I'm not telling you to get the shot. I'm telling you not to get the shot. I don't get in an argument. I have people who trust in God without it. I have people who trust in God with it. For me, my personal convictions are very, very similar to Linda. I know I have to have surgery. I've been running from something that I have to do that may help save my life. And I know when I go to the hospital, Patty, they're going to ask me that I get the shot.
Yes.
I'm at GW, where the same place that the presidents go, George Washington University Hospital. That's where I'm going. My Dr. Brad Moore, my doctor for the last 25 years, is going to ask me, why didn't you? He's going to ask me. We don't want to wait to the point where there is a price, $500,000 to get it, $10,000. There are some medications, and Patty, and Linda, there are shots that cost $10,000. Different shots that people have to pay for. If you don't have to pay for it, you better have some insurance, you know. So that's what my convictions are. Knowing that you have to go into an environment where you're going to be looked at or put on a certain floor or get tested. And if you get paid, if you catch it at that time, you're going to have to still wait on it.
Yeah.
So from my perspective, from a health perspective, I said I might as well do it now because I'm gonna have to do it later because they're not even going to treat me like I'm a first-class citizen going into the hospital, because a lot of the doctors, they said, I want to go home too.
Mm.
And they said, I want to go home too. And I think, Patty, when you look at New York, when this thing first popped off, they said people were in tractor trailers. The funeral homes couldn't handle it.
Dr. Evans, I saw footage. Like I said, I have close friends that work in it. They were in the height of it in Queens, the hospital in Queens, and she showed me from her office in the hospital the huge tractor trailer trucks, 3 a day, filled with body bags. Okay, my eyes saw that. You know, again, she was showing me pictures because she was just couldn't believe it. You know, people think that it was a hoax, it was fake. She said, you know, the staff didn't even think they could do it through another round if it happens again, because you know, staff was so traumatized, seeing so much fatalities. I have family members also that work in the hospital that said the same thing. They don't know if they can endure the emotional strain on seeing so many people pass away. And the people that I know that passed away, either the shots weren't available yet, or they decided not to have a shot, not to have the vaccine. But those are the people that I know that have passed away. I so far, I haven't heard of anybody that has received the vaccine that passed away, even though people have gotten COVID after the vaccine, but it was a milder version. But like I said, if you could save your life, isn't that worth getting vaccinated? I mean, for the polio, the measles, chicken pox, I don't know. I just feel like that's a tough one. You know, I know a lot of people, it's a controversial thing, but I just know that the people that passed away did not have a vaccine.
You know, when I look at my sister Brenda, who last year, this Saturday, she was alive. Sunday, she was gone. My world stopped. She didn't even make it because Washington Hospital Center was full, which was a 10-minute ride from where she stayed. They were full, so they had to take her to Howard University, which was a 30-minute ride. So many people I can go down the list who are friends. Minister Smalls, Pastor Smalls, Pastor Minor. These are men who were colleagues in ministry. Pastor Patterson, gone. So many, Pastor Little, so many are gone in last year. I can't even count them all. And even this year, me and my wife, we just went to a double funeral 2 weeks ago. Her aunt passed away on Sunday and the daughter passed away on Monday. We had to go to a double funeral. There's still people who are still fighting for their lives. And we have to do something. We know that we never seen nothing like this before. And I know a lot of people are have their mixed emotions. You have to make a decision. And if you don't have the shot, please practice social distancing. Please do the right thing. Get that vitamin C in your system. You know, if you be around people who be coughing and stuff, just get away. I don't care where I am. Somebody start coughing, I'm just taking caution.
Mm-hmm.
And we're getting ready to go into the winter time, Linda. The flu season coming back. Kids are in an environment that's they may be substitute to other little kids there. So we have to practice things that are definitely safe.
Yes.
Buy the mask now. Stock up. I was at the store the other day, and the guy, this mask, these only cost me $14 for 50, $13.99 for 50. I went to another store. They cost the same box $39, $40. And I
Wow.
was like, yeah, they're gonna go up. We
Mhm.
don't want to wait to a big announcement happen and the shelves be gone at the food stores. And
Right.
we love chicken, Patty. Well, I know Linda loves chicken. Chickens died that we may help
Oh,
live.
we might have good peaks in New York, but trust me, we like our chicken too. There's a lot of chicken here in New York.
Hey, I was gonna say for Linda, on the Pick TV network we have a cooking channel, so we have the food channel. So Linda, you gotta give us some of that southern cooking. But we don't. We want to do some things to stock up now. Don't
Yeah.
wait till the heat of the winter come and everything start going off the shelves because we're fighting the snow, fighting the cold, and then if announcements hit everybody, wiping everything off the shelves. Get some and share. Share with your neighbors. Go
Yes.
to your neighbors old school. You need anything, I'm going to the store. I get some toilet paper and tissue for you. I can get some bread or syrup.
Mhm.
And then communicate with others because there are food distributions,
Yeah.
mobile distributions like St. Stephen's Baptist Church, Bishop Twyman gives away 10,000 pounds of food every Tuesday. I'm a part of that. We feed 5,000 to 7,000 people every Tuesday. They line up and get food. I mean, and we just put it in their cars, and we have a team of 100 people, and people come out there and get food and help free. So
Mhm.
let's share that information. Let's
Yes.
do what we got to do to get the word out. We are our brother's keeper. That's my theme for the rest of this year. We got to watch out for each other.
Yes.
Linda, I'll talk about again why it's so important for us to follow your conviction, especially for those who may have underlying conditions, those who may have to have surgery, those who, like me and you, saying you're going to have to go to the doctor to get that taken care of. And when they go there, if the beds are full
Mhm.
and they're full of those who have COVID, and if you go in there and get tested, you're not going to be seen up front. Let's just be honest. Let's be for real. You're going to be put in the back because, again, the doctors say we want to go home too.
That's right. They
Come on,
do.
Linda, talk to us for a minute.
It's just you know, I don't know why people well, let me say this. And this is my opinion. But this whole thing about the mask and the vaccine for me is I see it as just polarized and politicized. There are other things that people tell you to do, and you do them. Some people say, "Well, I just don't want to be told what to do. I don't, I don't want to be told what to do." If you get ready to get on an airplane and they tell you got to go through security and take your shoes off, they telling you what to do and you're doing it. So people are complying with what they choose to. As far as wearing a mask, you have no problem putting on a hat in the winter or a coat in the winter. So why would you not put on a mask to protect not only yourself but others? It to me it's what's called a no-brainer. It's what's called a no-brainer. It's like um you're showing that you care for other people. I'm fully vaccinated and I still don't go anywhere without a mask. I still use hand sanitizer. I still social distance. uh, that's just what I do because I'm concerned about other people. You know, whenever I take my purse and I come in from some, I'm spraying it down with Lysol. Um, I keep alcohol and hand sanitizer wipes in my purse, and I'm vaccinated, and I'm doing it because I care about other people. And then you have the people who say, I don't know what's in that vaccine, and I'm not letting them put that in my body. But what else are you eating and drinking that you don't know what's in it? People eat hot dogs. They don't know what's in that. People eat different types of cheese that's manufactured. You really don't know what's in that, but you're comfortable doing that and having it with the potential for health ramifications, but you will not take a vaccine that you've seen the damage it can do. It just doesn't make any sense to me. So yeah, I don't. It was a no brainer for me. I was trying to get the vaccine before I could. Um, as soon as they were putting it out, I wanted it because I want to live, plain and simple. And I don't judge anybody who doesn't get it. That's, as my daddy would say, that's your little red wagon, and you've got to pull it. And I'm pulling mine, and mine had the vaccine in it.
Yeah, I think there's a very important. There's a lot of debates on Clubhouse. There's a lot of debates on different platforms about who should and who shouldn't, why you should, why you shouldn't, what's in it. I don't trust the government. But when they sent the little stimulus checks, I don't think so many people turned them back.
Yeah.
when they when they gave out the money, I think we have to understand that this problem is bigger than, it's something we never seen in our world, in our generation. And I went 6 months without the shot when I first heard about it, because I was just waiting to see who's going to do what and what the effects is going to happen. When my sister passed away, it kind of like stopped my world. Had Howard University been closer, my sister may be in here right now. Had Washington Hospital Center, which is 10 minutes away, had the Bulls bed, if the beds were not full, Patty.
Or she had a chance to get the vaccine, because this happened before she was able to get a vaccine. The idea of like a vaccine could have saved her life. The people that aren't getting vaccines, like it's besides that you could die. You're suffering, really. Those people suffered tremendously too. That's the hard part also, that they're suffering really badly. My heart goes out to you, Dr. Evans. It's just so frustrating to know like that she could have had a vaccine. It could have saved her life. And like you said, 10 minutes could have saved her life. There's no words. There's no words.
Yeah. And when I think about it, Linda, what they're going to say when you go to the hospital, and even to the doctor. They're going to ask you that. There's a form on every document now about COVID. Did you have it? Did you not have it? Had you had the shot? Had you not had the shot? And you're going to be treated different. I mean, these doctors that we're talking about, the ones who had the shot, got it for a reason. Just like I stated before, I haven't seen nobody, even when I go to the dentist, you guys, everybody, when I go to the dentist, they covered up. This was done before COVID. They wear this. Why is that? When we go to the dentist, when they perform the surgery, why is that? It's a protective for them not to catch what you have.
Right. And not to give you what they have. I just think critical thinking in this situation is what's needed. People really need to, first of all, I'm a believer and I trust God. And I do not believe that doctors and scientists have been placed here in error without purpose. So I'm going to follow that. I'm going to use my critical thinking skills, and I'm going to make decisions based on that. I'm not going to make decisions based on what I read on the internet, because anybody can set up a web page. I'm not going to base decisions based on what somebody decides to talk about on a YouTube channel, because anybody can do that on YouTube. I'm looking for data, and I'm looking for I'm following data and I'm following reliable sources. And I think that's what others should do. But we're so quick to get on the conspiracy theory bandwagon with everything because it's entertaining, but it's not saving lives. It's not life saving. So I just think critical thinking. That's what people need.
Yeah.
Just critically think about the information that's being set before you. Do your own research if you have to, but don't just sit there and say, "Well, so and so said this, and that's what I believe."
Yeah. It's very important for us to see the big picture in this situation that we're in today. This is something that we have never seen before in our generation, in our world. And we have to realize that something has to take place to help people's lives to be saved. Before the vaccination took place, we know that the Pfizer was from Germany. The Moderna is it's made here, and also helps. One of the persons who helped is from NIH from this area. We want to make sure that we understand that when people come to our environments that haven't been vaccinated, we have to take even more precautions, such as the person who came today. And I want to get into this on our next segment. Being spiritual does not mean God loves you less if you don't take the virus, or more if you do. I think we put ourselves in a position that, like the person came today, said, "I don't have to take the shot." And when he came to my house, he didn't have a mask, but he said, "I'm trusting God." Well, you can trust God on the outside of this door, or you can wear a mask and come in. You know, because this is more than just having a faith. My pastors, these were pastors. Pastor Mana was a pastor who passed away last year. Pastor Small was a pastor. These were pastors, men of God. So we don't want to overemphasize our religion over our decisions when we're making decisions. I remember there was a story said, and we praying for all of those who were in the flood down in New Orleans, but the person said God sent some help, and God sent the man a helicopter. He said, "No, I'm taking that." Then then the second thing, there was a boat, and the man said, "No, I'm not taking that." Then the other rescue came in with a way to parachute him out. He said, "No, I'm not taking that." And he perished, and he said, "Lord, you said you were going to send me some help." He said, "I sent you the boat. I sent you the helicopter. I sent you all of these things." You know, and so I think when we have convictions on certain things, you follow your convictions. And I'm going to bring Dr. Blow up, who is down the bottom, who's a sister who is a part of our team. I think the microphone is a little crack on it. Who's a part of our team, who hasn't taken the shot, who she did not take the shot yet, and want to hear from her. There's hundreds of thousands and millions of people who are out there. And we're not on here to bashing anybody. We're not criticizing anybody. We're not putting anybody on the opposite side of the world if you have not taken a shot. And I don't think anybody should make us feel bad, those of us who did take the shot, because we're not second-class citizens either. We all fighting this war together. We all trying to do the best we can to survive something that we never did before. So we're going to get Dr. Blow to come back in a second. You're hanging with us tonight, Linda. You're hanging with us tonight. You're hanging with us tonight, Linda. I love it. I love this. Hey, we're going to take a commercial break, and we're going to come right back after this. Everybody, don't go nowhere. We look from the PIC TV network. Our news talk segment is popping off right now.
Hi, it's Dana Evans from the Chicago Sky, and I just wanted to say congratulations to Dr. David Evans, we have the same last name, president of the PIC TV network, for spreading inspiration, information, and education and entertainment to people all over the world on Roku. Hi everyone, let's watch and support PIC TV. Go to www.thepictvnetwork.com.
Yo, what's up? This bruh man from the fifth floor. Yo, check it out. I want everybody to check out my main man, David Evans, and the PIC TV network. It's all that. Check it out. PIC TV got like about 60 free channels on Roku. PIC TV gonna soon be celebrating 1 million viewers. And y'all welcome to party with us, because we be checking it out and it's all free. 60 free channels. You ain't got to worry about that cable. So y'all check them out on www.thepictvnetwork.com and check it out. I might invite y'all over to the fifth floor and have a whole lot of serb sandwiches with you. So it's PIC TV on Roku. I got Roku. I got PIC TV. It's all that. Peace.
Hey, little man, what's your new TV network you're going to be watching?
PIC TV.
What's the TV network you're going to be watching?
Hey there, Mother Yvonne Edwards. Hello, how are you? I hope you are doing well. Now that you see my face, this is Miss Dorinda Clarko. I had to stop everything I was doing to make sure that I got this message to you from David Evans. Yes, I know you know him, right? Yes, he got in touch with me and told me, listen, Mother Edwards' birthday is actually coming up, and she will be 87. Wow, Lord, please let me live that long and more. Oh, thank you, Jesus. That is such a blessing. Mother, you are still here, and we already know it's by the grace of God that all that we've seen, all that we've witnessed, that God protected, kept you, preserved you for such a time as this, and allowed me to sing happy birthday to you. Well, instead of a happy birthday, why don't I do, when I look back over my life, and I see all the things God's done for me, been through danger, heartache and trouble, I thank the Lord, He's rescued me. Yeah, I could have been dead and gone, but the Lord, He spared my life. Now we all can say that we're still here, and it's by the grace of God. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to Mother Edwards. Happy birthday. Yeah. 87 years. Thank you, God. To you. Love you, Mother. May this be the best birthday ever. Love you. Take care.
I know you feel like having some church after that. You hear her say you can't do that, but feel like having some church.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, we're gonna close the segment. I was waiting for Dr. Blow to come in. But I think we should not ever get into a debate over people who did not take the shot. You know, we respect their opinion, we respect their call. I just don't want anybody around me coughing. You know, I don't want anybody around me unmasked. You know, I can remember a couple of times, Linda, I was at a gas station and somebody was coughing and I was pumping the gas. As soon as I got in my car, I felt that cold jump on me. Yeah, I just felt it. And I just had to do what I had to do to get better, but I know that's where I picked it up. I know it for a fact. Dr. Blow is back on with us. Hey, Dr. Blow. How you doing? You got to unmute your microphone, Dr. Blow. I hear no popcorn back in there on her microphone. I hear Dr. Blow's, but your microphone sound like your mic was had some static in it when she was on a little bit. Yeah, I still see the static in there. But anyway, I wanted, you know, to bring Dr. Blow on because I know her convictions is about not taking a shot, hasn't been investigated enough, not knowing all about the shot. And I respect it. I respect her call. She wanted to wait it out, see some more things about it. She didn't want to get the shot at this time. And she's still our sister. We still love her. We still support what she do. She still support what we do. That's just her call. And this her call is on what she believes and what she thinks is good for herself. But for me, I was thinking that the shot was going to be something that like a big needle or somebody taking blood. It was like a prick, boom, and it gone. Boom, and it was gone. I was like, that's it? Yeah, go sit over there for a couple of minutes, and if you're okay, roll out.
Yeah.
That's how fast it was. The first time I got shot, I didn't have any type of pain. I was just a little tired when I came home, got on the computer. Next day, I just kept on doing. Second ones, a little bit of arm pain, a little bit, but not much. In like a day or two, that was gone. So for me, I chose the route to go to GW. I didn't go to McDonald's to get a shot or Walmart or to, you know, offside 7-Eleven to get the shot. Somebody outside, you know, they would give us shots in the parking lot, the church parking lots. I said, oh man, give me some professional people to do it who are doctors. And that's the way I chose to do. So I think because me and you are spiritual people, and we know what the book of Revelation is talking about, and I don't want to get too deep into that, but it is going to be a day where the mark is going to come. You can't do buy or sell. We do know that.
Right.
And I think we have to understand that we're living in a world today that you have to have a relationship with God first. Whether you do or don't, you got to know God for yourself. I think that's one thing COVID-19 should have taught all of us. We have to know God for ourselves. And we were talking about God's not giving us the spirit of fear, but love, power, and a sound mind. You know, we already know certain things that obeying the laws of the land.
Amen.
We're not less spiritual because we had the shot.
Right.
That don't mean I don't love God more What can separate me from the love of God? Neither height, nor depth, nor angels, nor principality, nor things present, nor things to come. Nothing gonna separate me from his love.
Right.
So a lot of people get spiritual and deep. God's gonna take care of me. Wait a minute. If you take the shot, he ain't gonna take care of you.
Yeah, it is a it's a difficult decision to make, and it's a difficult argument to defend, especially when people attack you because you have taken it. I don't engage in those kinds of conversations. I mean, I read these insult that people put out there about people who have taken the vaccination, and my thing is, you do you, and I'm going to do me. I believe, like I said, I believe God. I trust God, but I don't believe that He did not, that He allowed doctors and scientists to exist. It's kind of like the man with the multiple rescue efforts, and they were all ignored. Those people exist; those roles exist for a reason, and we should pay attention to that. I think another area that is very similar to this with the vaccination is mental health, especially for me in the Black church. We supposed to pray through everything. We're not supposed to go see a therapist. We're not supposed to do that. We just supposed to pray it out, pray through it. And I'm not an advocate for that. I have Jesus, and I also have a therapist. I have no compunctions about going to the doctor. I broke my ankle a few years back, and I had no compunctions about calling 911 to get to the hospital so I could get what's needed to be done, which was surgery, plates, and screws. So just as I have no compunctions about seeking physical treatment, I have none seeking mental treatment. And I will tell you that I had to have it post Katrina. It was an absolute necessity for me post Katrina, because one of the things I learned, and you're a parent, that children respond to situations the way they see you respond. And my daughter, it was her senior year. If she had seen me break, she would have broken. And so for me, she had to see someone who was strong, who was resilient, and who was pressing on. And the only way I was able to do that was through prayer, mental health assistance, and just getting up every single day. I couldn't just lie down. I lived in a hotel for 6 weeks. When she would go to school, they had a special bus that came to the hotel to pick the children up for school. That's when I would cry. That's when I would stress. At night, when she would go to sleep, and I knew she was sleeping, that's when I would cry. That's when I would stress. But when it was time to get up and to show her who I was and who she could be, I did that. So it's important, that we take care of ourselves mentally and physically, and that we're not ostracized because we make that decision.
Yeah, it's something's out there that's killing people. Mm-hmm. Right above you is the vice president, the first vice president woman in our history. And on my side is President Joe Biden. Mm-hmm. I believe they need our prayers.
Yes.
They're doing all they can. They inherited this. This is not something that just popped in when they were on the scene, and this is something they had to deal with coming into their party and in their time of transition.
Yes.
From Donald Trump. Yes. So when you look at all the things that was ignored with the scientists and doctors way before this came, they're trying to fix a problem that was broken before they came in. Mm-hmm. And I believe they're doing all they can. They doing all they can, you know. So when you think about where we are, I'm just happy that there is no tag to the price.
My God.
Because I don't have $10,000 to pay for the shot. Somebody else don't have 5,000. They don't have 500 to pay for a shot. But if that day comes, the rich gonna get richer, and they gonna, you know how that goes. You know the
Yeah,
end of that.
I do.
You know the end of it. You know, so a lot of people say they don't trust the government. Okay, I understand that part.
I get it. Yeah.
Yeah. Anything that the government give you something behind it, okay. Well, we know that something is out there killing people. We know that when it rains, if you don't get an umbrella, you're gonna get wet. We know if it starts snowing out there, if you don't have a shovel, your car gonna start spinning tires.
Right.
That's
That's it.
it's just like you said, common sense to an extent.
Mm-hmm.
And there's nations like India and people over in different areas and around the world. They begging for the shot. Y'all don't want to give it over here.
Yes. Yes. And people are bypassing it over here. Yeah, that's yeah. I don't get it. I often use the example, with when I teach my grandson about things. Um, whether you believe something or not does not change its truth. Somebody can say, I don't believe in gravity. Okay, that's fine. Go jump off a skyscraper and see what happens. Because you don't believe in it doesn't mean that you're not going to be splattered if that is what you choose to do. So, you don't have to, necessarily believe in science or some aspects of it to know that it's true. You don't have to.
Yeah.
Your belief helps you. Believing in something helps you. I think about, and I know this is not Bible, but Bible study, but I think about Abraham, and the Bible says that he believed God, and it was imputed unto him that he was righteous because he believed God. So believing helps you, but it's not a requirement. It's not a requirement for you to believe anything. It helps you if you do, but you
Yeah,
don't have to.
that's right. And I'm an advocate of a man of faith and believing God before the shot, after the shot. The same God
Yes,
who woke me up this morning, same God who gives me strength every day. I'm trusting Him. I'm believing Him, regardless. I just know my situation was best for me, because if you have to go to the doctor, and you have to do this, and there's a prerequisite obeying the laws of the land, because they have laws there. You
that's
can't
right.
go into a hospital, a medical place today, and it's not on the form. Did you have COVID? Have you been around any person have COVID?
Absolutely.
Did you have the test? It's gonna be there. That's the world we're living in today. You can't skirt around it.
Mm-mm.
You
You
know,
can't.
it's no way.
And this it will never there will never be, people call it a new normal. um I don't even know that it's a new normal because we don't know where we are right now, especially when it comes to the vaccine situation. Some have it, some don't. Some are endorsing it or mandating it, others aren't. So what is normal? Is it chaos? Because that's what it seems like. To me, there are some counties within cities that are saying, yes, we want you have to wear a mask, and others that are saying, no, you don't. And the governor is, um, just saying, okay, it's a local decision, especially for schools. It's like, what is the new normal? To me, the new normal seems to be chaos. And that's
Yeah,
so unfortunate.
Linda, something is out there. something is out there. We may not can put our finger on it, but when you look at India, when the nurses and doctors getting burnt out, you know, the rescue workers and first responders, something is out there. And I think the sad part is, until you've been in one of those situations and these people you're looking for to help you. I mean, if my house start burning up, the first one I'm gonna call is the fire department.
Yep.
That's the first one because I cannot handle it. Now, I'm hoping that they're gonna come and rescue me.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? These people have so much on them. We're in an emergency crisis right now. We talked about what's happening down there in Haiti, the earthquake that was happening in Louisiana, you know, with the hurricane. It's overwhelming. There's so much going on. And if they just asked me to wear a mask to help the situation get better, I'm going to put it on. I'm not going to argue with nobody. I'm not going to fuss with nobody. I'm just going to wear the mask. I'm just going to wear it because this little thing right here, like you said, the wintertime is coming.
Yep.
People going to start putting coats on, hats on, because just like you stated earlier, it's cold, you want to cover yourself.
Exactly. Same rationale, you know, same rationale, you know, and I don't know. I don't understand it. You know, I wish I did, but it is the exact same rationale. You know, I was reading where some gentleman who was identifying himself as an anti-vaxxer. I forget his name; it escapes me at the moment. But he died a few days ago of COVID, and he left a wife with 3 children and one on the way. You know, that was preventable. You know, there was an option. It would be different if we didn't have an option.
But that's where we started, Linda.
Yeah.
We started with nothing.
Yes.
Look at all the lives, including my sister, including almost 10 pastors from DC that I know were going like this.
Yes.
Just like that.
And my condolences on your sister's transition.
There's so many. Michelle Cox, who was on, she said 50 people that she knew last year checked out. 50. And because there was nothing. So if we turn back the clock and say, man, just take all the vaccines out, what happens? If we eliminate that, what happens? Because I know how it feels to go to a funeral and we can't go into a church. We have to have everything at the cemetery.
Yes.
And even when we had this funeral at the cemetery, my family is so big, it was about 200 of us there. And one of my nieces had COVID.
My God.
Yeah. So at the funeral, that Monday, we had to get tested. I had to get tested all over again.
Mm-hmm.
Because she came to the funeral to see my aunt and she had COVID. In that one setting, everybody else was around. You know, Dr. Blow is back. Maybe we can hear her comments and then before we close out for this.
Okay. Wonderful.
Dr. Blow.
Hey, how are you?
Hey, how are you?
Building. We got you in the building.
Finally.
Yeah, we can still hear that cracking, but it's okay. Sometime on device, it acts up a little bit. You have to hit the bottom of it to get your sound connected right, because it sounds like a little popcorn on your end. Are you on your computer?
No, I'm on my cell.
Yeah, you got
a little bit. It's sometimes on the bottom, that microphone area. It has a little device. You just have to hit the bottom of the microphone where the audio is, and it kind of goes in and out. So we'll bear with you because we want you to say something on the presentation. Unless you want to jump on your computer, I don't think she can hear us. That's a little better. Yeah, that's a little better. Yeah, sometimes on your devices it acts up. Let's take a commercial break. Yeah, let's take a commercial break, and we're going to bring her back in a second on after the commercial break. But
Okay.
it's so important for us to understand, Linda, the president over my head is making big decisions to try to do the best he can. The
Yes.
vice president is over your head. Notice their position. They over us
Yeah.
because they have a position and authority. And the Bible says, when the righteous is in authority, the people rejoice, and wicked in authority, the people mourn. Righteousness exalts a nation, sinners are reproach to any people.
Yeah.
But we're hoping that the right people are helping us. I just feel I have even my mind feels a little bit better, because if I'm out there and I'm not vaccinated, and then I'll come back home and my son and my wife they're gonna be looking at me, Dad,
What's going on? At the end of the day, it's a personal choice, my personal choices are just that, personal. And we make them for the reasons that we feel we need to. And that's that. But I think the key is to don't knock me for my personal choice, and I won't knock you for yours. We're just going to accept that it was a personal choice.
Yeah, it's like being a Christian to an extent. Jesus works for me.
That's right.
You may be Muslim, you may be, I don't know what you may be, but it works. It's for me,
Yes.
And I'm gonna stick with works for me.
That's right. If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yeah, it works for me, So, but I think as Christians, it's not diminishing our faith, because a lot of people say, "Well, you ain't trusting God because you got the shot." That's foolishness to me.
Would you not be trusting God if you took blood pressure medicine for hypertension? Would you not be trusting God if you broke your ankle and went to get it fixed? Would you
And
not
you
be
got a
trusting God?
firearm. You got a firearm in case somebody comes your way. You handle business.
And I will tell you, I do, because I am card carrying member. I don't carry it to hurt anyone. I carry it to protect myself and my family.
Mhm.
And I use it. I know how to use it. That's one thing. Be educated about it. But yeah, that's a choice that I made. Some people say, "Oh, hey, what you doing? A minister, and you carrying, you have weapons." Well, it's what I feel like I have to do. It's my personal
Yeah.
choice.
Peter carried his. Matter of fact, he used it. Not only carried it.
That's right. Sure did.
He used it. Peter like, I'm gonna take that business. You're gonna arrest Jesus. He cut the dude's ear off, man. I'm like, Jesus said, "Hold up, man. Put that sword up."
Yep.
Before the miracle, put it right back on. I got my boy James Lee, my brother James Lee. Matter of fact, he's the co-founder of PIC. He's a fire instructor. He trains people, Champion Solutions, which is a television show coming on. And
Okay.
he's teaches, like you said. He said, "I'm not here to hurt nobody,
That's
but
right.
I just teach and train people. And
Yeah.
we have to take care of ourselves. We live in a violent world.
Yes, we
And
are.
if you was in the woods with bears and tigers, I bet you have something to protect yourself."
Yeah. Well, first of all, this city girl ain't gonna be in the woods unless something happened and she, lands there by accident. But you are so right. And I had a situation that I was sitting in my car, in my daughter's car with my grandson. She had run into the store, and I was just sitting there checking messages or something, and this man comes up and he just starts banging on the glass. And so I'm startled. I'm like, what are you doing? And he said, she cut me off. She cut me off. Now I'm sitting on the passenger side.
Right.
And I was totally startled. I wasn't, carrying at the time. And there was a gentleman who was in the car next to us. and he got out and started, dealing with the guy. And by then my daughter had come back out, and it was quashed. But that's how quick things can escalate,
Yeah.
and people are so emboldened to just attack you now. It's scary.
Yeah, unbelievable. I had witnessed several things, just like you saying. I saw a person pumping the gas, and I saw the person come right out of there, went into the lady's car while she was in the gas station, grabbed her purse, and kept on running. It was amazing. I was in the store 2 weeks ago, and it was a Family Dollar store. Yes, the doctor do go to Family Dollar stores. People don't believe Dr. Evans, president of Pick TV Network. I went to Family Dollar store to get some little items. And the guy walks in around 8:30, and he walks right in the door, and the person at the cash register start, "Get out of here. I told you not to come in here. Get out of here. I'm going to call the police right now." I told you. He walked straight to the back like he didn't even hear. He just walked to the back. He just walked straight to the back. And he was looking for a young lady because they were beefing who worked there. And he was like, "I'm going to get out of here. You can't come in. You can't come in here." This was the lady at the cash register. "I'm going to call the police. You better get out of here. I told you." And she was cursing at him. "Get out of here." And I can't use those choice words because we're on television, what she was saying.
I get it.
I'm supposed to be, I don't supposed to use those anyway. But anyway, she was cursing at him. And I was like, just let me just eat. I said, "Is anything gonna pop off?" She said, she didn't say nothing. She said, "I'm calling the police. Get out of here." He walked back there, and the lady he was looking for was walking up the aisle, and he was walking down the aisle, so he missed her. He came out the door, and I just walked out, left everything on my counter. I was like, "I don't care, I ain't buying nothing." I said, I'm just walked out. I didn't even say nothing because I didn't want to put myself in harm's way.
Right.
If something went off, and not knowing what to do. So I think I sat in my car for a minute, and I saw him storm out the place and walk up the street. And the police was right outside. He never came in. The police rolled off behind me and kept on going. I was like, you guys were calling the police, and he's outside. He's just like, "Man, I ain't going in there messing with that." They just want their life too.
Yeah. Yeah, it's the world we live in. It is the world we live in. And the world that we have to pray for daily. Every day my daughter and grandson leave out, I just say, "Lord, take care of my children." Just take care of them, because you never know.
You never know. Hey, everybody, we're watching the Pick TV Network News Talk. We're beaming this all the way down to New Orleans with Linda. She's been my special person on today. And she's been on 3 segments, y'all. 3 segments. Hey, Linda, you officially in on the news team now.
I don't know about that, but I do know that it created a good balance for me from emotionally. So it was good for me to be here. So
Well, you have to give a shout out, Linda. There's people watching all over the world, literally. You have to give a shout out to some family members, some loved ones, some people watching, so they can see it, the replay. Give a shout out to some people.
I would like to shout out my brother, Donald Williams, who's down in New Orleans. He's weathering the storm, but he is a trooper, and his family that's down there with him. To my aunts and my cousins who are holed up in a hotel in Houston. To my friends and classmates that are, Ron Eagles. That's what we're known as, who are soaring through this situation and hunkering down in various parts of the country. I just want you all to know that I love you all. I'm praying for you. And just remember Romans 8:28. It may not be good to you, but if you love him, he promised it would be good for you. So just continue to be encouraged, hold your heads up, and we're going to make it through this just like we did before. Thanks.
Hey, thank you, everybody. It was breaking news, breaking live of the PIC TV network. And I'm so happy for all of you who watched us. We've been talking about America's emergency crisis, part 4. Hey, we're going to continue to pray for our president and our vice president and those who are making decisions to help people all over the world. Again, thank you for your time. Check out the PIC TV network. We got some new shows popping and rocking coming up this fall. And if you have an idea for a television show, an idea for a program, we have 60 channels waiting for you to come on the PIC TV network. Your brand new network is on the air right now. All you have to do is call 202-505-2837, and we look to see you on the PIC TV network, your brand new network. Hey, we thank you for your time. We'll see you next time on the PIC TV network. So long, everybody. Take care. Stay safe. Stay blessed. And keep on your mask and your gloves. Bye-bye.
Bye.
What's your new TV network you're going to be watching?
PIC TV.
There you go.
Love, it's a word that comes and goes, but few people really know what it means to really love somebody. Though the tears may fade away, I'm so glad your love will stay. 'Cause I love you, and you show me, Jesus, what it really means, what it really means, what it really means. And I'm so glad your love is patient, kind, that's your love. Your love is patient, kind, that's your love. You've shown us patience, kindness, that's love. And you're consistent in each and every way. Your love is patient, kind, that's your